It is Rasco from Team Lanked here, and today I'm coming at you guys with another deck profile that is Evilswarm. It's one of the most anti-meta decks in the game. Well, at least in my opinion. So let's get straight into it. I played triple Evilswarm Heliotrope, 1950 beater. You really can't get over that with a lot of cards. Triple caster, standard, because once he's normal summon another Evilswarm. Triple Mandagora, your opponent controls more monsters than you do, special summon this card from your hand. It's all about getting to your Ophion. Triple Kirkion, because Kirkion's himself, he's kind of like the best card in the deck. Well, one of them. And his effect is, if he's out in the field and you have 2 Evilswarms in your graveyard, you could have more, but you could banish an Evilswarm, get the other Evilswarm to your hand, and then his effect is you can normal summon that card that you just got. So it's super good to go for Ophion plays. Triple Thunderbird for consistency. I don't ever find myself really dead drawing him, just because once he's on the field, once per turn, he basically cannot be destroyed by card effects. So you banish him, he goes over to your banish zone, next standby phase he comes back. Not yours, not your opponent's, next. It can be any is what I mean. One Rescue Rabbit, you basically get it out of here and special summon 2 level 4 or lower normal monsters with the same name from your deck. Which is pretty good. One Thunder King Rider, since this is one of the, how should I put it, trolliest decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! The basic thing is, I'm not going to let you summon, or play spells, or attack me. That's your biggest thing. And what also comes into that, Infestation Pandemic, basically keep your Ophion alive. All Evilswarms you control are unaffected by spells or traps. So, one Raigeki, because, you know, I've heard it's a good card. And, Raigeki, a really awesome play to do is you got Ophion, say maybe you got Bahamut, or maybe Dark Rebellion, and trying to push for game, and your opponent, Dark Holes you, and not Dark Holes, has this awesome board set up. You can play Raigeki, and you'd have your Infestation Pandemic, and none of your cards would be affected, and then you could easily push for game. One Reinforcement in the Army, because of the caster we play. One Dimensional Fissure, since this is a troll deck. 2 Mass Change 2, because of Dark Law. He's the MVP, one of the MVPs of the troll decks. 1 Book of Moon, because it's Book of Moon. An Instant Fusion for the crazy Norden plays. Upstart Goblin, in case you just get this terrible hand that you can't even deal with. Then you can just grab another card. This is a card I could go either way on. 1 Infestation Infection, and it is 1 per turn. Shuffle 1 Evilswarm from your hand or face up on the field, and then add 1 Evilswarm from your deck to your hand. So basically, you get rid of a low one and then get a higher leveled one out. I could go either way on this. I could not play it. I can play it. The card that you'll see me have in the majority of my decks: Royal Decree, short and sweet to the point, negates traps. 1 Bottomless, 1 Compulse, 1 Malevolent Catastrophe, just because back row is a big thing now. 2 Dimensional Prison, because it's banishing Mirror Force. Speaking of Mirror Force, 1 Mirror Force. And triple Fiendish Chain, just because of the consistency it brings to the deck, and just not letting your opponent attack your Ophion, or being able to use their card effect to get rid of it. 1 Macrocosmos, because it's Macrocosmos with cards on the field. Any card since the graveyard's banished. It's all about getting the cards from your opponent's graveyard and just banishing them. It works really well against Infernoids as a big deck. And for the extra deck, you play triple Ophion. He's your MVP of the deck. And while this card has 1 Exceeds material, just 1, doesn't even have to have 2. Level 5 or higher monsters cannot be special summons. It's fantastic, and an easy play you do. Get out your Ophion, detach a material, and Infestation, spell or trap card. Usually that's Pandemic. Play your Pandemic, and then your opponent really can't do much from that point. The whole point is to have 3 of these guys and be easy access. You play 1 Evilswarm, Bahamut. Bahamut's pretty good, 2 Evilswarms. You can attach 1 material from this card, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Discard 1 Evilswarm monster. take control of our opponent's monster. Doesn't become an overlay unit. You just discard one card, and then he's yours. So it's really good if they get all this work in, try and get a good monster, and it doesn't work. I play 2 Behemoths, just because of how easy it is to get it out if you really need it. 1 Evilswarm Nightmare, because he's a Nightmare. When your opponent supposed to summon a monster, except during the damage step, you can detach 1 material from this card, change that special summon monster face down. So you're basically going to set this in defense position. Oh, sorry, no, my mouse. You're basically going to special summon in defense position, and then detach a material and get rid of your opponent's monster. 1 Key Beetle, because it works really well for dark monsters. Its effect is right here. Attach 1 Exceed material, and then target 1 card you control, except this card, and it cannot be destroyed by card effects. If this card on the field would be destroyed, you can send one of the targets to the graveyard instead. I mean, so pretty good if you just got a card in the graveyard, and then you could just save him for a while longer. So it's pretty much like, oh, you can destroy me. 2, Dark Rebellion, because Dark Rebellion's, I want to say, in my personal opinion, the best Xyz monster in the game right now. 1 Gaga Cowboy, push for game. Number 80, because you can target 1 Xyz material control, equip this card, gains 1200. So that's really good if you just want to have 3700 Ophion beater. I mean, why wouldn't you want to have that? 1 number 101, because number 101, and 2 Dark Laws, consistency reasons. Just basically, your opponent adds cards from their deck to their hand, banish 1 random card from their hand, and then also any card will be sent to the graveyard, you banish it instead. So it's kind of like, yeah, no, you can't use your graveyard anymore. And then 1 Norden for some big Ophion plays. It's majority you get instant fusion, go for Norden, bring back a monster, and then overlay for a Ophion, or if you need to, a Behemoth. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my Evilswarm deck profile. This is another deck that I love. I love all anti-meta decks. I just find them really fun, enjoyable, and they could go pretty well at regionals, locals, anywhere you really take them. They're never going to be considered a bad deck unless you're playing, like, I don't know, what's that one deck called? Oh yeah, Snakes. Oh my gosh. If you're playing a Snake deck or something of the sorts, like Tier 10, I know, Tier 10, worst in the world. If you're playing any of that, you might as well just quit Yu-Gi-Oh! At this point. If you guys have other opinions on those decks, fine, leave them down in the comments below. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video on my Evilswarms. I hope you guys will definitely give them a try, and I'll see you all next time.